I've recently installed Xen Server as well as Xen Center. Now I can connect to my Xen Server from Xen Center to install a new virtual machine. At the top, I have the option to click New Virtual Machine. And I have a lot of different options for what type of virtual machine I'd like to install. I'm going to choose Windows Server 2025 and click Next. I'll just go ahead and leave the default name, but you can change that and add a description if you'd like. And now I'd like to install from an ISO library, or I may have put this into my DVD drive. Now I have the option for the boot mode. By default, we're going to be using UEFI Secure Boot. That is the newest and most secure way of creating your virtual machine. If you'd like, you can also create and attach a new virtual trusted platform module if you'd like to use BitLocker. I'm going to click Next. I'm going to choose the default RAM available and click Next. I'm not going to assign this to a group, but if you do have a lot of different virtual machines and you'd like to group them together, such as HR servers, accounting servers, things like that, you can choose that there. Click Next. Now I can choose how many virtual CPUs. I'm going to choose 8. You can also see how much RAM is going to be assigned. By default, you can see 4 gigabytes. I'm going to move that up to 6 gigabytes, but you can change it to whatever you have available on your host server. Click Next. I can add additional virtual disks if I'd like, simply by going ahead and choosing that option and the size that I want. And then it'll show up as an additional drive. I'm going to skip that part and just choose the default and click Next. Now comes the virtual network interface. I'll click Add, and I can choose to pick a particular network. I'm just going to choose Network 0. If you have additional VLANs, then you can choose from the available VLANs. I'm also going to choose to have the virtual machine automatically obtain a MAC address, which is the hardware address of the network card. And I'll click Add, and Next, and Create Now. Next, I'll click on my Windows Server 2025 virtual machine. You'll be prompted to press the button to boot off the DVD, which I did, and now it's loading the Windows Server 2025 files. From here, the installation is just like any other installation. You just go ahead, go through all the prompts, and then when you're done, you'll have a brand new virtual machine that you can use just as you would any other virtual machine or physical machine on your network. The Windows Server operating system is installing, and in a few minutes, we'll have a brand new virtual machine. The server's been installed. I'm going to go to the bottom left where it says Send Control-Alt-Delete, so I can put in my password that I had entered during the installation process. And now I'm logging in for the first time into my new Windows Server 2025 virtual machine using Xen Center and Xen Server from Citrix.